he was sleeping in the garage. We're having to check for him in the morning before Dawn starts backing out. Okay, buddy, come here, bud. There you are. Good morning. Well, you're the smart one. Come here, Tux. 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 Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on, Tuxie. Come on, Tux. Come on, Tuxie. Come on. Oh, he's not going to follow me this morning. Tuxie, come on, buddy. He's like, I've got a bowl, Mom. Why do I have to move? Let me help you. All right, Mr. Man is settled. Are you stretching? Hi. Hello. Hello. Well, these two should be very happy this morning because they've got fresh chicken. They love the chicken more than anybody else. It's in the 40s here this morning. It's a little chilly. Feels good though. It beats that sticky walk out the door feeling. Good morning, Ruby. Oh, we are being treated to some nice oranges this morning in the sunrise. 54 out there to be precise, according to Ruby, who's been outside long enough to know. It's been a perfectly reasonable ride in this morning. It is Columbus Day, so I guess it was so reasonable because some of the state workers and bank people are not working today. Don is actually off today. Both of his accounts are not working, and he's not so behind that he felt he needed to work today, so that's good. It is partly cloudy though, kind of dark out there this morning. This is more dark than would be expected for this time of morning. I park over on this corner because it's the best spot in the parking lot for Pokemon. And it's also not under any of the big oak trees. You know, down that way there's acorns and tree limb potential and leaves, and you know, it's just out in the open here, and plus there's like 3 cameras within 30 feet. Just stretching my legs before I head to the house. There is someone down there this morning playing tennis. The other 2 cars aren't here yet. I'm sure they'll show up soon. Kind of hard to play tennis by yourself. I have had the ability to engage autopilot for the entire trip today. I still have my appointment with Tesla service for the 19th. The thing is with this is, you know, with the prior cameras need calibration error. When it was happening, it was a hard alert. There was a red triangle up on the big screen, and the alert stayed up in the lower part of the driver instrument cluster. When it was happening, it was a pretty hard failure. What's happening now is I simply don't have the symbols and, you know, the steering wheel. And if I try to engage autopilot, then I get a message saying that cameras need alignment, but that message is fleeting. It only comes up for a few seconds and then it goes off the screen. There's no hard alert at that point. So I have concerns about what they'll be able to do if I go up there and I currently have autopilot available. The symbols aren't missing. What are they going to do? Because at that point the error is not happening and it might not be obvious. So I'm going to update the ticket, obviously not while I'm driving, but hopefully I can remember to do it sometime today and explain what's going on. And while I would ask them to look at the logs or see if there's anything happening, I know that that's unlikely that they'll spend any time on it until she's actually up there. But I hate to drop her off if it just happens to be when I drop her off that I have autopilot, because at that point the error is not occurring. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, every day I get in the car, every drive that I actually have autopilot, it's kind of a blessing at this point. There's a big crane here at the construction site today. Ruby's able to handle the redirected road in this direction, just not in the other direction. It's actually not that big, the crane. Anyway, she handles this direction fine. It's the other direction she tries to change out of the rightmost lane, just in the middle of the curve, every single time. I see a police officer up here on the other side of the road. Wonder what's going on. I don't know, speeding maybe? There was no other car there, but there were certainly other people besides police. It looks like a February day out there, just gray and wintry. They're watering the town flowers. We're here at the park, but Donnie,
it's cool.
Can we sit in the car with the heat on and watch some YouTubes? We could put on the fireplace thing for a minute, and that would crank up the heat, and then we could switch over to some real YouTubes. Can we have date in the car?
Oh, that sounds like a great idea.
It's just not, I mean, it's just not very nice looking out there today.
Yeah, it's I think it's 55, but like it's just, there's no sun. At least there's no wind.
So I was noticing that this house along the trail, they lost their, I think it's a trampoline. Must have caught wind and flown over the fence down into that ravine. I mean, I guess if I was them and it's destroyed anyway, might as well wait until winter and things die back a bit to go down and haul it off. The sun's trying. It's trying really hard. It is mow grass and pick up trash Monday. Well, the sun is trying. And yes, that guy was on a electric bike. Well, we hate that the construction zone is next to our skeleton, but the skeleton is back. Yay! I'm headed downtown to get Johnny. I am currently in autopilot with the beta. So far today I've had it on all drives. My ETA is 12:11 p.m. It just went up a minute. They're all speeding. I just have it in, you know, AP at 58. Let them go. There's plenty of room out here right now. It's not too crowded. I think I told you guys Don's off today, and he was actually on the couch, snuggled up with the cup of tea he talked about, and he had had his blanket on and had some YouTubes on that I won't mind missing. So it's all good. He was enjoying his day. He's got a couple of things he wants to do before he heads to Florida next weekend, but I suspect he'll work on them late afternoon. So at this stoplight, this truck in front of me was inching forward a couple inches and then inching forward a couple inches more, and then, you know, doing that, I really got to stay as close to the guy in front of me at the stoplight as I possibly can. And I remember a time where once the Tesla stopped at the stoplight, it would not edge forward at all until the cars in front of it were clearly moving. And today Ruby's like inching forward with him and inching forward with him some more, and I'm like, just stop already. I guess I like the old behavior better. I mean, goodness gracious, when the cars go. But when the cars really aren't going, don't play that inch forward game. I don't know, I didn't like it. It just made you keep up your guard even more than normal for a stoplight, I think is why I didn't care for that behavior change. So a guy came up beside me in a red Genesis, very loud, and started revving it up. I was in the left lane at that point, and I guess he thought I was going to floor it and race him somewhere. I don't know why he would have thought that. He was 30 or less. I hit the dash cam button. We'll take a look at him. I mean, he gave me the he gave me a look of, come on, let's race, or I'm better than you, I'm gonna show off how great my car is, something. And as soon as he went past, I tucked in behind him because I didn't want to be beside him or in front of him anymore. And thankfully he's gone now. He either turned here or he's headed up the hill, but I didn't need that on the way in today. Really didn't. Well, yay, the sun is out, and it's 66 out there. So I have the beta right now, but I also have MCU_W097, driving visualization temporarily degraded, may be restored on next drive. It's the first time I've noticed it. It's a black triangle box versus a red one, the little, symbol, but I have the beta. I don't have home programmed in. So here, let me get out and do my navigation. Well, hello there. That's not where you usually are in the Tesla.
Yeah, I never liked working on interiors because you basically have to be really super flexible, and I'm not really flexible. We're gonna put the screen mount in. Kitten got me this for, I don't know, maybe it was Christmas.
Birthday.
Father's
Day. It was Father's Day.
I'm going to JB's house, another trip to Florida, so I figured, well, now's a good time to put it in before I head to Florida.
So to be clear, the screen will swivel left to right, and several people make them, but they're all basically the same.
That's my feeling, yes.
Don's watched the video, and we had previously talked to the owner of the red Model 3 that we run into at the environmental park in the morning sometimes, and he has this installed in his car, and we bought the one he recommended.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to film Don doing the whole thing. Yeah. I might take a few pictures here and there. Yeah, there's videos out there on how to do it, and I'll put a link to the one we bought off eBay in the description.
It warns you not to lose the screws.
And to put a microfiber on the console so you don't scratch anything.
Yeah, don't scratch anything. Exactly correct. I think I got everything loose. The two 10mm bolts removed. The air temperature sensor is removed. The car's powered off. I said.
So Don did have all the screws out. It was just really tight.
Yeah, it's just the friction fit, and I guess this isn't really super conducive to just slide in and slide. I mean, definitely it slides through there, but it's sort of a tight fit. So that basically is what the holdup was.
And Don has a nice soft towel down now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I put the bracket in, put the two 10mm bolts in. I was able to easily rotate it. It's tight, but to get the socket ratchet on there really easy, so it was able to tighten up real quick. Real easy. Now the next thing is I'm fixing to plug the cable in. You got to pass it through two things. Now this thing is designed so it only goes one way, which is handy. See, it goes that way, it won't go the other way. So this is the way this goes. The guy kind of warned you to put the cable on before you put this on. So make sure you pass the cable through, because the cable's got to go through both of these
things,
decorative colors. And so I'm doing that. And it's interesting, that's a very fancy cable. Way to go, Tesla. Ain't nothing like that, ever seen anything like that on all the computer hardware I ever worked on. And then there's this little white bracket thing that goes around the cable that holds it on there. So you got to get it around the cable, and then you slide it over the connector, and somehow or another, I didn't really take note of how far down it goes. Actually, I guess that's it. I'm looking to see. Yeah, it's the top of the thing. I guess that's it. Alright, so now you put this on, and you're using the original screws now. These were torque screws.
So there's one of those on each side.
Yeah. That's of course assuming I can find them.
Of course you can. Yeah, Don's working on getting that decorative piece on. The top goes on first and the bottom, and you got to fidget with it quite a good bit, including putting the bar one way and then the other, the actual side-to-side bar.
Yeah, I had to rotate this to get the cover to come on. I couldn't get the cover to pass through this. The bar's wider than the opening, so I sort of had to angle it. But this is like we're really close to the last step here. If I can just get this decorative cover to
behave.
Snap on there. He said do the top or the bottom or something, but it looks like it's the top.
We'll let Don fuss with it a bit.
Yeah.
Back in place, huh?
Yeah.
After a few more minor adjustments and...
Yeah, I had that little plastic decorative cover gave me a little bit, was the hardest part. And I don't know that I'm really happy with it yet. But these Allen wrenches, the 5 millimeter, they were easy. I'm just tightening them down now. And then snap the temperature sensor back in place when we're done. Assuming, of course, the car turns back on.
It will, it will.
Yeah, otherwise it's going to be mighty embarrassing.
When you got out of the car and shut the passenger door, I heard the contactors. Yeah. And then when you opened the door, it lit up.
Yeah.
So you didn't have to do anything special. And there it goes back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, I will clean up the tools. We got to go because it's 3:47.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It swivels.
Now that says the guys warned us that this will hit. Well, actually, that doesn't hit bad. That's really minor. It does. This piece up here is actually hitting the plastic, not the screen, but the plastic decorative cover. That's not bad though, because I can still get in here, and this still raises up plenty. So that's a minor. He warned you that.
Here, show us one more time.
So this thing is it's hitting the decorative cover.
We could put a piece of
well, it's just that
a bump stop up there, foam or something.
It clears. It takes a little bit of your ability to access the drawerway, because this is about an inch, but not much, not enough to worry about. But he did point it out that did do that.
Would be the case. Okay.
Yeah.
And we swivel one more time.
Sure.
And we're not worried about the little noise.
Well, not right now, I guess. I'll
maybe over time it will.
Well, as long as it's not rattling, I don't.
Right, we'll fix it. Yeah.
I don't particularly care that it makes a little squeak.
Right when you're moving it, as long as it's not making a squeak all the time.
Yeah, squeaking driving down the road, that's unacceptable. But a squeak right when you move it, I don't mind that.
Well, it's not moving around and it's not making any noise.
Yeah.
And Don's knee's not hitting it and his hand's not hitting it.
Yeah, I got plenty of room.
It's a little lower and slightly more tilted, but not a lot. So far so good.
Yep.